Hello, welcome to Darren's Poor Boy Crafts. If you notice, I'm not in the chair yet. I wanted to warn you. I have shaven because I'm getting ready to do makeup. And the stuff I'm using, I can't put on my beard and on my hair. So I look a little bit different. So I didn't want to scare you by sitting down and then you go, ah! You know, it'd freak you out. So I'm coming over now. So here I come. I did leave the sideburns, but that's because of what I'm making up, what I'm dressing up like. Dressed up like a 17th century zombie. Sort of like our theme for our Halloween party is Hocus Pocus. And so I'm like Billy, the zombie that was pulled out of the grave. But I figured I'd leave the sideburns because, you know, people back then had sideburns. I got my outfit on, which I buried in the ground for about 2 weeks, and got my short pants. I cut them, got my short pants on, and I'm pretty good, just about ready for the makeup. If you noticed, I cut my hair real thin. Reason why is because this stuff right here, this is liquid latex. If this stuff gets in skin, you might as well shave it anyways, because it's going to take or not skin, but on hair. If it gets in your hair, you might as well shave that hair off anyway, because it's going to take it. This is going up on YouTube, so just remember, if you like what you see, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit the notification to be notified every time I put up a new video. You'll be ready for it. Now, I'm probably one of the few guys that has more makeup than their wives. And that's pretty much what we're going to be using. We're using a few things. Like I said, first of all, we'll be using liquid latex. We're going to be using ash right here, and we're going to be using fake skin. This stuff you can still get, although it's very rare to find, but sometimes Walmart carries it. I think it's up to like $1.97 package, but this stuff is really good. You can use it with liquid latex. You can really do a lot of molding and everything, but let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to be using a lot of cream makeup as well. Got some over here, and of course, fake blood. So let's go ahead and get ready to start this. I got me a mirror here, so I'll be looking to the side here as I'm doing my makeup and taking my glasses off, of course. First thing first, I'm going to start with my bald cap. Got one of these things. This is actually a Jello mold. You can get them at Walmart, pick them up for a couple bucks, really easy. But I took the liquid latex, I did this about 3 months ago, and put a layer of latex, let it dry. Takes about 5-10 minutes, put another coat on, let it dry. Did that about 7 or 8 times, and then I poured some in there to give it a good solid. When I poured it in there, I poured about 1/4 inch in the bottom there, and that took about 48 hours to dry. And what it came up with was this right here. Now, I painted it gray because, you know, brain matter, gray, but this is my prosthetic, which is going to be a brain that I'm going to put on top of my head. Let's see, front right here. It's going on pretty much like that. Give myself a little yarmulke, sort of. Now, that's not going to stay in place by itself. But let me see here. If I there we go. That's what I'm looking for. My little trays. Get me a tray out so I can pour some liquid latex in there. I've had this liquid latex for a couple of years now. Actually, I probably should use a brush instead of my finger. Of course, now after I'm done with the brush, I ain't going to be able to use it for much anything else. But what I'm going to do is, pretty much right where this was at, I'm going to put some liquid latex. This acts as a gluing spot, and I can actually use it for buildup as well. Now I'm going to try to guess towards the back of my head. I know where it felt like it was at. And I can keep on coming around to it. There we go. Try to keep the runs out. Have you noticed I still got hair back here, kind of stubbles, but I plan on shaving it afterwards anyway. So now once that's on, make sure that's lined up real good. Put that in. Hold that down for a few, and that'll dry on there. Alrighty, that is solid on there. I mean, it ain't going nowhere. Okay, so the next I'm going to do is kind of go around it with some more latex. Around here to the front. Just add a little bit more sealant. Now I ain't going to have to worry about it showing because my wig that I'm putting around it will take care of that. My wig will cover all of that. But I want to make sure that doesn't pop up on me. Okay. Now I'll take off my glasses here. And I'm going to grab out some fake skin because you don't want the latex to go over your eyebrows. Because if you do that, you'll be removing your eyebrows later on. So that's again what the fake skin's going to be for, is to cover them eyebrows. There we go. Now you don't want this to be real thick. Just kind of thinning it out. And just smooth it on like putty. Kind of cover your eyebrows. Like I said, I'm doing a zombie, but this stuff here, you can do just about anything you want with it. You can do, I mean, I've just used this stuff. I've dressed up like Freddy Krueger. I've dressed up like a troll. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff with liquid latex and fake skin. So, alrighty. Now that's going to cover my eyebrows real good. There we go. And it gives me my crinkles that I need. Now another thing I'm going to do is, because I want a longer face, I'm going to build my chin up. Make it a little bit longer. For that, I'm going to need more of this. Get that out of here. I mean, this stuff is sticky. It is sticky, sticky, sticky. This is the only place we're going to have it real thick. It's right at my chin. Because like I said, I want to build that chin up. Give me the appearance of a longer face. Just a little bit. Clean my fingers and hands off here a bit so I can work with clean hands. Got myself a spatula to smooth down the edges. There we go. Give myself a little cleft chin there. There we go. Now the other way we're going to lengthen my face is with makeup. So, but before we do that, I'm going to apply some more latex. Pretty much all over my face except where my hair's at. This is going to help hold in all this other stuff that I put on there. It'll build up stuff. And it'll change the texture of my face. I'll build my cheeks up a bit with it. Oh, need some more in there. Build up around my nose. I probably won't be talking much with this because it does, once it hardens, it gets harder and harder to talk. Dogs are going crazy. People are starting to show up for our party. Now you notice this will dry completely clear on my face here. It'll take a little while to dry, but it will dry clear. Now a regular zombie, if you want the skin to be really crinkly, there are tricks you can do that are real cheap and don't cause any expense hardly. Oats mixed with the liquid latex will break up your skin, make it look really nasty. Like I said, I'm going for a 17th century zombie. So my skin's going to be more leathery than ed up. So I'm just going to see which way we go here. Now as it's drying, I'm putting on another coat to...
Sorry.
That's all right. That's my wife coming back in.
I can't get him to hush.
That's all right. I told my YouTubers we got people coming over. Now I'm going to go ahead and come around my nose a bit just to bring stuff together. And boy, does this stuff stink. Got my fake chin on. Just bring a nice leathery. If you notice, like when I go like this with the brush, it'll actually make textures in my skin if I build it up. And I got this goop at the top here that'll be real thicker. Actually, I could probably take my little putty thing there. It's actually a putty up the top there. I can actually use that to putty to to give me the leathery effect that I want. There we go. A lot of trial and error when you do something for the first time. First thing I'm going to do when I'm done here, I'm going to scare my dogs to death. There we go. A little bit more latex. Okay, a lot more latex. And this time I'm going to let it drip. See how that's doing there? It's going to let it drip down. Like my face is melting. I don't know if you've seen the new movie Hocus Pocus. The guy did have his face looked kind of melted. His skin was. I don't want it to pull up, so at the bottom I'll kind of mix it around. I like the way that's looking, but I'm going to do that at the top here too. Now I want to keep that from going all the way down there. There we go. Oh, got it in my hair there. That's going to sting coming out. Now you can get a special soap that helps take this off, but I have found Dawn dish detergent works just as well to take this stuff off. Just got to take your time taking it off. Looks like a little beauty mask, doesn't it? Except this makes you uglier when you put it on. Go. We're almost done applying the latex. Okay, I am happy with the latex. Now we're just going to wait for that to dry, then we'll be able to apply the paint. Okay, I almost forgot one other thing before this dries. I'm going to put a little more latex up in here, and I'm going to have my wife put it around it, and I'm going to attach my wig. So if I can have my wife come over here, we'll get another brush out. Basically, see how I'm doing this? Go all the way around my head, just like that. we go. Now we will put my wig on. Which will attach to all of that. And then as the custom back then, they always put it in a bow or the men always had it in a bow back there.
Both pieces.
Yep. Let me get my hand out of the way.
Hold that there for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And tie it in a bow.
Yep.
Okay. I'll let my one little hair here come down. Or stick out. There we go. There we go. Still shows my brain pan. And we can still go, now while we're waiting for this to dry, we can go ahead and do my brain pan. Now, zombie blood is kind of blacker than regular blood. So, we're going to use fake blood. Oh, this is a black blood. But just in case, oh, it's vampire blood. Okay. But just in case, we're going to mix it with ash. And again, I'm going to have my wife come over here and brush that all over my skull.
You want the whole thing?
Yep, the whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing covered.
The whole thing.
Yep.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Nope. You done?
Yeah, you got it covered?
Yep. I
Okay.
believe so.
Okay, you're good.
Okay. You want to
Okay.
go this way too?
No, not the brush. The brush is still good.
Want me to go this way?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you. Alrighty. Around my eyes is good to go. So what I'm going to do there, I'm going to start with some black because I want some texture. I want to different. I want to kind of sink my eyes. So I'm going to do my eyelid. Real good. There we go. Then we'll wait for it to dry a bit more and we'll get back to her. Okay, everything's dry to the touch. The bottom ain't dry yet, but that's okay. Be fine. I got some Zombie Gray, 98 cents from Walmart. But I go after the season, which get it on sale for like 70% off. And a lot cheaper that way. But I'm going to go with this Zombie Gray and paint that over the entirety of my face. And that should blend in pretty good. And even with that, I am going to mix in a little bit of oats to give it a flaky good thing about putting latex on your skin as well, when you peel it off, it takes most of the makeup with it. Now I'll go up right next to my black. I'm not worried about covering too much of my cheeks because I'm going to do that with a black color because I want my cheeks to sink in. Oops, need some more gray. Need some more oats. Bring that right to my hairline. There we go. A little bit more gray. A little bit more oats. Now I'm going to do my neck, all the way down to my try to cover all of my skin. Cover my ears. Real good. It's the little things that make people say, ew, scary. Okay. Now, just on my fingertip, just a little bit of black. A little bit more. Just a little bit at a time, right in my cheek line. Just kind of sink it in a bit. A little bit at a time, because you can always add more. Kind of hard to take away. I like. So, and there we got it. We have a zombie. And I have my silver buckled shoes, platformed even, and I'm ready to go to my party. Remember, if you like what you see, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notifications and share it to all your friends. Thank you much. See you on the flip side.